KJ's here with me now to have his say on the game. Welcome back, bro. A 2-0 victory, a couple of goals, dominant performance, which we knew it probably would be. What did you make of Man United tonight?
Got the job done. Frustrating for the most part, to be fair. Very frustrating. The players showing us that they're still not up to speed. They're still not giving us what we would like to see as fans, which is just a bit more clinical edge. Today is the first game that I can watch Hojlund and be like, okay, you know what? The service was there, the opportunities were there, and you didn't take them today. And that's just something he needs to learn. He needs to learn from today, because today you easily bag a hat trick. You easily back a hat trick today. Like, this is the game where we want you to come in and score goals and just to get your confidence up, But you miss the header, which you should be scoring, and use your forehead for that. I don't know why you're using top of his head, and you're not ready for a rebound. Which if you sort your feet out, or even just poke a foot out early enough, that goes in the back of the net. But again, he's so all over the place, which I don't fully blame him. The role that he's been given this season, being Man United's main number 9, is too much for him too soon. He's a young striker, still very raw, learning his trade, and now you're expected to be bagging 15 to 20 to 30 goals in a season because you play for Man United. It's a lot to bear, but today alone, he needs to be scoring those goals, and that won't help his confidence whatsoever. But yeah, like outside of that, you got McTominay. I don't know what he does still. He's just there to get in. He's there to get in people's way. He's like United's version of Captain Chaos Darwin Núñez, but worse. Because he's not causing chaos for the opposition. He's causing chaos for us. He's always in where Hojlund is. Did you see the point where Cobby won the ball back and he blasts it into his flipping chest and he has to go win it back again? Like, yeah, it's just, honestly, I'm just confused.
I understand that tactic in the last 10, 15 minutes if you need a goal and you want to create a bit of confusion, you want someone running where maybe you shouldn't be to pull someone out of play, but it upsets the apple cart for me. It makes us very imbalanced at times, and it just frustrates me. And that's not a defense of Hojlund. It's a defense of the whole team. It doesn't help because if he's running into the spaces where Rasmus Hojlund is, that means there's a hole somewhere in the system that another player should be. So it limits your options of players to pass to. That is why it frustrates me massively. And look, Bruno was a deep line player today. He was able to push up because obviously Wigan are nowhere near even Man United standard. But overall, I agree with you on McTominay. His role was just really frustrating for me today. I don't even think we needed to start him, really. We could have given another young player an opportunity alongside Cobby, push Bruno further up. It was never going to be too much of an issue for us today. What did you make of the... I know we mentioned Rasmus not taking his chances tonight. What did you make of the attacking trio altogether? Because it's probably going to have to be them that starts against Spurs on Sunday. What did you make of Rasmus and Garnacho's contributions today?
Garnacho today, I like him on the right. He gives us something different. He's dynamic. He could go inside and out. He put in a beautiful cross for Hojlund. He had a shot that hit the crossbar. With the times we have played him there, I've been happier him there than when he started on the left wing. And I just think he's made to be a right winger right now for Man United in this moment in time. Maybe as he gets older, more experience, he can go back onto that left-hand side. But for now, we need a right winger who's going to be effective. Anthony's not effective. Sancho's off on loan. And Mad is, I don't know where Mad is. Is he injured? Is he ill? I'm not too sure. So if we're going to play anyone there, just play Garnacho. Rashford, on the other hand, oh gosh, he's so up and down. He does good things in the game, and then he will just do stupid things in the game. And it's getting to a point where I'm just like, my brother, stop. I've seen tweets that he wasn't passing enough today. My passing wasn't the issue with Rashford today. He was fine with his passing, in my opinion. It's the take-ons. How is he not beating consistently League One fullbacks and defenders and midfielders? It's quite baffling, to be honest. He's again, I get at him for his shot selection. I know he's got his signature shot that he likes to do, the knuckleball power shot, arrow into the corners of the goal. You beat the keeper. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. But sometimes mix it up. Sometimes go for the curler. Some guys go for the delicate finish. And that's just Rashford right now in his moment in time. When he's not confident, when he's not on form, he's a very up and down player, and he gets frustrating to watch sometimes. And as much as, yes, he got the assist, he's got good stats for the day, but there's key parts of the game today where I'm just looking at Rashford, just like, you're the most experienced one out of the front three, and you're making the other two look more experienced than you. Like, sort it out, my friend. Sort it out. And then obviously we spoke about Hojlund as well. So these three are the ones that we have to play. Everyone's injured or not good enough, so we have to play these guys. They might get some chemistry if they keep playing together. But yeah, it's just not consistent. It's not clinical right now, and it will come to haunt us at some point in the season anyway. So they need to really switch on.
What did you make of the attacking players in Garnacho and Rashford today, Cam?
I really enjoy Garnacho on the right-hand side. I think that's just where he should play. He just looks better there. He looks like when he's on the left, he looks good sometimes, but it's way more inconsistent. I think on the right, he looks like a winger. So, I mean, it really comes down to what he wants to do. When he's on the right, he looks like he's trying to, like, he looks like he's often trying to get the ball in the box and do the right thing. And then when he switches, it looks like he's in the mode of like, okay, when I'm on the left, I'm going to try and score, which is what we don't really need from him we need scoring from everybody at this point. But I like him on the right. I really do. I wasn't too hard on Rashford today. I get what KJ's saying. I understand. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to see him kind of be able to beat dudes a bit better a few times rather than like take it out of bounds, which happened a couple times as we saw. A few times he just like ran himself out of bounds, which you're against League One fullbacks. That shouldn't be the case. Rasmus, you got to start scoring some of these sitters. Like that's for me. It's like I said I wasn't gonna come and like give him some time. He's gonna get calm. He's gonna, but there's just a few of these where you're like, it was right there. Like the one that ricochet, people like, I don't like, it was like, oh, he probably didn't expect the ricochet. I'm like, you have to expect the rebound. Like when players, like you're a striker, you've got to expect these balls to come. You need to be on at all times when you're in that box. Because if he has 2-3 goals today, which kills me. The one point where like Scott took the ball off him, cool, whatever. He should have scored that. The header, that's just, you put it anywhere. Like he just feels like he's still forcing it. You put that anywhere else, and that's a goal. So I'm still, it is what it is. Like that Rasmus Hojlund was supposed to come in and be the guy who comes in off the bench for 30 minutes, learning behind a striker who would probably score a bunch of those goals and be comfortable and calm. So that's why I give him a bit of like leeway. But there is going to be a point where it's like, man, you are getting gimmies. Like nobody today, because everybody's always said this argument of, oh, he's not getting enough passes. Look at no, today he had more chances than he needed to score.
I think the problem with today, though, and I've criticized him already, I think the problem with today, Cam, is that today was the day where he got the chances and he didn't score. So it's catnip to everybody that doesn't like the excuse that he doesn't get created chances. In the Prem, barring the Luton game, he has not had 2 chances of the simplicity that he had today all season. And then what you get is, I see it in Rashford. I see it in him. I saw it in Garnacho in the back end of the game when he really wanted to score. They start overthinking and they start snatching and they start tensing up and they're not playing in a relaxed way. And that is why I believe, whether you hate the players or not, I know a lot of people live in this world now of Standards FC, and we should be hard on our players and we should boo our players and we should be very, very critical of them because that shows high standards. Great, I understand that. But it ain't working, is it? The way we're going about treating our players isn't. The idea is I'm doing this, Terry, I'm doing this, KJ, I'm doing this, Cam, to make my team better. And I respect it. But it ain't making us better, is it? So how about we change that tack and say, we can't change Rasmus Hojlund now. So get behind him, show support. Tell him to, if I was there next to him right now, I'd be saying, listen, keep your chin up. Whenever his head dropped, I'd have been walking up to him if I was his captain, give him a little tap on the face and saying, keep your head up, you're going to score, relax. We're all over these guys. Just keep doing what you're doing. And that's what he needs right now. He's a young man. He needs our support. In the same way, People can go back and watch the content from back in 2014-15. That's what I said when Martial was playing for us. It's even what I said a little bit with Lukaku, although Lukaku was that little bit older. I'm going to support these young players as they're learning and as they're developing, and he needs it. However, the misses that he had today, I'll criticize. But what I'm not going to suddenly do, and I saw people tweeting it today, and I wish that Staffy was here, because Staffy tweeted, "We've been frauded by him," and it's like, so that now tells me it's like frauded. Why you don't even need to say that. You don't need to say it to me.
Now what's going to happen? That's what I'm not doing.
Now what's going to happen is there's going to be an agenda now, and every little mistake he makes, people are going to be on it. They're going to jump on it. They're going to go right over the top. And my question is, can you show me some empirical evidence that proves that is going to make him better? It's just not. Rivals are meant to do it. Man United fans, I say support this young kid for the time being anyway.
If he's 24, 25, 26 years old, played in Syria week in, week out, and was scoring 15 to 20 league goals a season, and he comes here and bombs it out, cool. Call him a fraud. But the guy is raw as hell. Like that's like saying someone gives you instead of giving you gold, they give you gold ore. They give you golden ore. They haven't refined it yet. And someone's saying, "Oh, this is a fraud." No, you've got gold in your hands. You just need to go through the process to make it into gold. And that's Rasmus Hojlund. He's not a fraud.
But see, that's the thing. That's why I haven't gone that far yet. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm still going to criticize, because everybody should be in some point when you do miss chances like that. But you won't see a tweet from me being like, this guy's trash or anything like that. I don't do that. I've never agreed. Honestly, when you do that, all you're doing is pandering to a specific group. That's really all you're doing. I've never understood it. I've never got it. It's why I'm banned from specific tweeting to specific channels. I'm not going to name the names, but there's a reason why I'm banned by a few people. It's because when you pander to that negative group, I'm like, what are you doing? What's the point of this? This does not help anybody. So I actually don't do that. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and say, like, I'm hoping by the end of the season, everything we're seeing here, it comes together. Because next year you're going to be like, all right, you had a whole year in the Prem. You can't be missing sitters like that. So that's the only thing I'm saying with him. I'm never going to I haven't put my foot down on his neck fully, but I can't just say, it's like, and you made a good point. Like, we haven't seen him have this many chances in one game.
In my personal opinion, I don't know how many games we've got left this season in all comps. What we got, like 18 games left in the Prem, at least one FA Cup game, 19 games. Creating 2 chances like that per game for the rest of the season of that level. So that would be what, 38 chances like that. And he'll score 10 of them. At the very least, he'll score 10 of them, if not 15 of them. That would put his goal tally to around about 21. And you wouldn't say that's a bad first year in England. I'm going to criticize those misses today, but what people do, and we saw them do it to Mo Salah recently. People for 1, 3, 5, 6 years have said Mo Salah's not that good. Mo Salah's not that good. He has a bad couple of weeks, and people go, see, well, I've been telling you for all these years, he's not that good. Now, not that Rasmus and Salah are anywhere near the same level, but the principle remains the same. People start an agenda, I don't like this guy, and then they wait for these little moments. They see, even when he gets chances, he doesn't score. Well, where's your body of work on that? If, by the way, he keeps getting these chances and he keeps missing, then I'll change my mind, but I'm not ready to create an agenda against this young man yet. Or I'm not even going to create I'm not creating an agenda against this young man, and I'm not prepared to write him off just now, not at his age. And the comment came through a minute ago that says, you guys cooked Nunez for less. Well, there's 3 things I'm going to respond to with that. Firstly, I've said rivals should be on him, not Man United fans. So I get rivals doing it. No issue at all. Don't care what rivals say. I accept it. Secondly, I personally didn't do that to Darwin Nunez. And I think I said that Liverpool fans should get behind him. Thirdly, he's 4 years older. He's in his mid-20s, far more experienced. So again, you are comparing chalk with cheese. I didn't do what you're saying. And I also stated at the beginning of what I said about Rasmus that I expect rivals to do what they're doing. So,
you forgot yes. 4th point, Terry.
Yes.
4th point. Nunez is in a better team with better service. The reason why he was getting cooked is because from the start of the season all the way to the end of that season, he was missing sitters. Like week in, week out. No one can sit here and say Rasmus Hojlund has missed sitters week in, week out at Man United. Because guess what? We've been cussing the wingers all season. We've been cussing Bruno Fernandes all season and the midfield. So it's different scenarios. Like it's different. And plus, Nunes is better than him. Like,
yeah,
you expect more.
I mean, look, there's a comment like this that came through that says Terry Rasmus had 2 big chances to score today. One which he headed over the bar, the other which off the bar, and one which he managed to put wide. I've criticized him for it, and I said he should be scoring them, and I said he should be getting criticized for that. The manager should be talking to him. But my pushback to you is, what are you saying? Are you saying that he's never going to get better at finishing these chances? He's never going to get more comfortable. He's never going to get more relaxed. By the way, if a Man United fan thinks this is the level he'll always be and he's never going to get any better, fair enough, if that's what you think. But I just don't see any mileage in running this young man over the coals from my perspective, because I think he's going to get better. I think he could become a far better goal scorer than he is. I think there's a player in him. I just think he looks hella tense right now, and the whole damn team does. So the same people that say this club kills technical football players, the same people that say Martial only never made it because this football club is so bad, where is that energy for young Rasmus Hojlund? The main people online going in at him are the same people that will blame the club for multiple other individuals going backwards or not progressing. Where is that energy for Rasmus? Now, not you, Rahman. You're obviously by your picture, you're Avi. You're a Man City fan, so I expect it from you. But we know he missed them today, and we've criticized him for it. But in 2024, surely we're still not living in a world where, because you're criticizing a player for having a bad moment or a bad game, that means you're writing them off. It's crazy to me. And it's crazy to write a 20-year-old off like this. It really is. Jordan here says he's got 1 goal in the Prem till. It's not an agenda. He hasn't been good enough. No one has stated that he has been good enough. The point I'm making is this, though. Nothing at the club this year has been good enough.
Everybody forgets, though, we didn't, like, Hojlund was never supposed to be
he wasn't the plan.
Striker.
He wasn't the plan.
He isn't the plan, but you can even put that aside. I don't even think that's as relevant as if the team was playing well. Rashford was doing what he was doing last year. Bruno was back to his best. Everybody was scoring lots. Everybody was creating lots. And there was one individual that just kept on missing and having stinkers. I would understand it. The whole team has been awful. My point is this. A lot of people blame the manager and the system and the terrible training and the ownership. Why are we writing off a young, raw 20-year-old so much? I'm not saying don't criticize him, but the way in which I see people wording their tweets and saying what they say, and not so much you, Jordan, I've been in this game too long. It's the beginning of an agenda. I've seen it. I can smell it a mile away. I know exactly what is going on. And you know it because they put something out, say, a week ago. And then when he has a bad moment in a game, you see what I told you all. As soon as you start seeing see what I told you tweets, that's when you know agenda has begun. So he deserves criticism. He should have finished some more chances this year. But let's not pretend he's playing in a team that has been anywhere near cohesive, together, and producing quality performances all season. Now, yes, he's part of that problem potentially. And I'm not denying that he isn't going to be. But we have to look at the bigger picture. Again, rivals, do your thing. I absolutely expect it. But it's crazy to me. Terry is a brown envelope. Yes, I'm a brown envelope from the Glazers, who I've advocated every single Manchester United fan pulls their money away from. I stand by this. Any Man United fan who says Glazers out but buys anything from the club is a Glazer simp. That's exactly, the Glazers are paying me to tell everybody to not renew their season tickets and not buy any merchandise. Awful comeback. Awful comeback there. This is Terry acting like this is the first bad game. Again, that isn't what I said, is it? That is not what I said, Don. So don't tell me what I'm acting like. Go by what I said on this. And if you think that's what I'm implying, no, I didn't.